I was thinking about to come the other way because you were showing in the TV that I was coming this way. Good afternoon. I need to check the time in England, so just in case. Welcome everyone.
Rafa, you're back in the big time, back in the Premier League. How does it feel on the eve of the new season?
Oh, really pleased. Obviously, when I decided to stay in the Championship, is because I wanted to go back with this massive club to the Premier League, and we are already here, so we'll try to stay.
You say try to stay. Have your ambitions and aims changed over the season because you failed to get the transfer targets that you wanted to start out with?
I think that we will have an important game on Sunday, and I was clear the other day because I have to do a lot of interviews, not because I wanted to do it. And then obviously I said how I feel during this summer, but at the same time I said that my commitment is 100% with this team, this club, in terms of try to win from the first game until the last one. So my ambition is to do well every single game, to get 3 points and see where we are in the table. So I'm not saying that, I'm really pleased with everything, because it's not true. But I'm not saying that I will not do my best to be as high as possible in the table.
Is the primary objective, though, to stay in the Premier League to avoid relegation?
The first one is to get 3 points against Tottenham, and after that see every week where we are. So obviously we cannot say it will be easy for me to say to the fans, I want to do this, I want to win this, So now at the moment is to be sure that we have a competitive team that will be improving. Still the transfer window is open, so it's something that I don't like, but it's like this. So still I think that we can bring maybe some players in, and maybe we have to move some players out. Well, maybe no, obviously, because we have too many. Then after that, be sure that the team is competitive, be sure that the players, they understand the responsibility that we have, and try to do our best every game and see if we can be at the middle of the table, at the top of the table, or have to be to avoid the relegation. But I don't have any target, a specific target now.
Do you worry that the club might have lost a little bit of momentum? That the club might pay for the failure to get the primary targets in?
It's quite complicated, because when we finished last year, was around May, half of May, we had already our targets. We were working, trying to do something. The fans, as you say, the momentum was there. Everybody was so excited. That was an important period for us, but we couldn't do what we wanted to do for different reasons. And the reality is we are where we are. And I think that the main message from me for the fans is get behind the players, because it's now the way. And I was telling yesterday a group of players that we cannot make excuses, so we have to be ready and try to win the games, and that's it. Sometimes we will do it, and sometimes we will not do it, but we have to be sure that every single game the players will give everything, and myself, my staff, we will do the same.
As you say, the transfer window is still open. We hear that you had talks with Kennedy from Chelsea about bringing him on loan. Can you tell us where you are with that?
We have some targets, but we have also a lot of players in the team, so we need to find this balance. So it's not ideal, but it's what we have to do, and we are progressing with some targets and see if we can bring. What I say is not the players that we want necessarily; it's the players that we can, with the characteristics that we are looking for. So then, if we can do that, we will improve in the squad, and hopefully it will be better.
Is he one that you're progressing with?
We are progressing with some of them, and maybe he's one of them.
You mentioned after the friendly on Sunday that Lucas Perez is a player that you like. He's not gone anywhere else yet. Do you still harbour hopes that you can bring him here?
I said also the other day in one interview, because we have the Premier League meeting, and Arsene was there, and I was talking with him, and then we were joking about these things, but seriously still we can't say nothing, because I didn't say names of players in this case, because every day is in the newspapers, but it's not because I have to say, oh, I can say that we are here, we are there. So it's a player that I like, and that's it.
And finally for me, Spurs on Sunday, they're a very settled team. They've not got any new players in this summer, which one of their own players highlighted the other day. Do you hope that you can maybe take advantage of that, the fact that there might be a few problems beneath the surface there?
No, I think that Pochettino is a great manager, so that is obvious. And they have the same team that was finishing second and third in the last 2 leagues, so that means that they have a very good team. And everybody was praising the talent of this squad. Sorry. The understanding between players, young players. So when you have young players with a good understanding and another year of experience, they have to be better. So I don't think that it will be a problem for them, because they have the same manager, the same staff, the same players, and more experience in the Premier League. So it will be even more dangerous.
Rafa, the club have announced today that Jamal Lascelles will be captain again for this season. What qualities have you seen in him that's made you make that decision that he will continue as captain in the Premier League for Newcastle? Yeah,
officially I was telling him today. I was happy with him, and then I was telling him that we will continue with him as a captain, because I think he's a young player. Obviously last year when we decided that he could be the captain, and he was the captain, everybody was saying, oh, young lads, but he has the mentality, the passion that you are looking for any player. And also is someone that is helping the new players to settle down. Is someone that will try to push if it's necessary to the others. So I think it's important. In England, maybe the tradition of the captain has to be a leader on the pitch, outside the pitch, or whatever. When you talk about a young player, sometimes he will be on the pitch, sometimes he will be not playing, but he still is someone that I can trust in terms of how he behaves himself, how he works, how he pushes the others. No, I think it's important.
And looking ahead to the Spurs game on Sunday, in terms of team news, where are you in terms of the squad and being able to select players?
Fine, because we had 2 or 3 players with little things, but they have been training today. So if you ask me about Gale, he's okay. He was training, and the others, everybody was more or less available. No little things, but nothing serious at the moment, apart from Jetlin, that maybe is the only one that was as long term. We have. Now little things, but fine. They're fine.
And obviously it is a difficult start, but the season before last, Newcastle recorded 2 wins against Tottenham, obviously that 5-1 on the final day at St James's Park. Can you take anything from those matches and that record into Sunday's game?
No, I don't think so. I think that will be good in terms of the motivation for the fans, but I think every year is different. So you change players, you change the time when you play with the other teams, so I think it will be totally different. Some of our players, they were not here, so I think for everyone they will be there because they are the same players, but not for us that we change players.
And Tottenham are one of the teams that many people expect to be challenging for the title this season. What do you expect from them for the season and on Sunday when they face yourselves?
I think they are a team that we have seen in the last years, that they are well organised, they know what to do, they have good potential in attack, so they score a lot of goals, but at the same time they defend well, so they have players that they can play the ball from the back, they can press high, so I think they have a lot of qualities that means that they can finish 3rd or 2nd in the league. In a league like the Premier League means that they have a lot of quality.
And for Newcastle, how important will the impetus of the home crowd be at St James's Park on Sunday, welcoming Premier League football back to the stadium? Yeah, that was really important for us the last season, and it has to be the same. So imagine if they were desperate to see Premier League football and they were coming 52,000 every game. So now that we are already there, I think they will be behind the team, supporting the players. And the difficult thing will be if something is wrong, still they have to realise that we will need them. And they were really good last year. Hopefully they will be the same this year. And just thinking a little bit more widely for a moment, it's the 25th anniversary of the Premier League on Tuesday. What are your favourite Premier League memories as a manager?
Because I'm getting older, I have some good memories, but always maybe when Liverpool won 1-4 in Old Trafford. That was a great victory.
And you came so close to winning the title with Liverpool back in 2009. What are your memories of that season?
was quite difficult because I think we did quite well. They were comparing me with Kevin Keegan when he had that problem here, but it was totally different. We were pushing and pushing until the end. United, I think we did really well, and they did better than us, and that's it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Rafa, how many more players do you think you would like to bring in before the window closes, and in what position?
Good question, but I cannot answer. So, no, we have some positions that we would like to improve, but it depends on a lot of things. So we are, as I said before at the beginning, we are working on names, on targets, but at the same time we have too many players, so we have to find this balance.
Do you have to get rid of the players before you can bring new players in?
No, really. I think that it depends on the conditions we can manage. So we can bring someone, but obviously what I said in another interviews, we are not signing a 25 million striker because we cannot. So we'll try to do our best with the resources that we have.
How difficult is it when you see Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea spending 50, 60, 75 million pounds on one player? How difficult is it indeed?
I will give you a detail or data you don't know. My last budget in Liverpool, long time ago, and we were competing, trying to win the title, things like this, was 17 million, 17. So that was my budget, and then you have to sell players to buy players. So imagine that you say now that someone can pay 100 million or whatever for one player, how I feel. So at this time we were challenging for the title with 20 million average budget and gross, even net gross, and now you can pay this for just one player. So it's football has changed, and then we have to be sure that with the resources that we have, we will improve the squad as much as we can, and we will be competitive.
So you're saying that you need to be competitive. As it stands today, do you think you are competitive?
I'm really pleased with the group of players that they have, because last year they did a great job, and if you remember, everybody was praising our transfer window, because our market, we were doing the signing that we have to do for being in the championship and to win the championship. So after we made 30 million profit, and everybody was saying, fine, now we need to bring players for the Premier League with experience in the Premier League. So we have the players that we have, and they did really a fantastic job last year. Now we will try to improve the squad, to improve the team as much as we can. But if not, these players, they were doing a great job, and hopefully, because they are together and they know what we want, they can do a job also in the Premier League.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Rafa, I think everyone in the room would agree that the transfer market has gone crazy this summer. But if Newcastle are the only club that can't go crazy or won't go crazy, where does that leave you in comparison to the others?
No, if you analyse also, because you can compare with different teams at the top of the table, or no, impossible to compete, and even teams at the bottom. If you talk about Huddersfield and Brighton, they are different to Newcastle United. They are in the Premier League and they are over the moon. If you see all the comments, and if they spend this or that, it doesn't matter how much. In the end, they are happy, and it's a dream for them, and they will try to do their best, and they will be okay. The problem with Newcastle United is that because it's a top side that has been so many years in the Premier League, with 52,000 every single game, with a city behind the team, the expectations are very high. So everybody was expecting, now we have to go there and we have to spend a lot of money, and then we have to start winning games from day one. So something is not like this, and then we have to be realistic, and then try to do our best in the condition that we have at the moment. And we will try which position. So I'm not saying this one or the other one. So if we are doing well, if this group of players, they do as well as they did last year, you can win games against anyone. So it doesn't matter. But realistically, you know that will be more difficult, and then we have to try until the end of the transfer window to improve the squad, and after compete and give everything. That's it.
Last one, yourself, the players, all the staff at the club, the fans, everyone worked really hard for a year to get here. Tottenham, Sunday, full house, everyone deserves to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's what I said before, and sometimes it's because you have to say that, but in this case it's the truth. This city, the Sheffield team in the Premier League, and the fans are behind the team. The city is behind the team, so and it's massive. Every single game, 52,000 fans last year. The away support was amazing. So, and we have everything, and now what we have to be sure is that we can perform, and to do that in the Premier League with the crazy market that you say before. And we have to do well until the end of this month, and after every game, be sure that we will do what we have to do to win games, even in difficult circumstances. But the fans, they have to realize that we need them behind the team.
Have you named a vice captain?
We didn't decide, to be fair. So normally I change, it depends on the games, but no, we will think about that.
Yeah, and just finally, what's the situation with Jack Callback?
Fine, he's another member of the squad, that's it.
He's not been told he's free to go?
I talk with my players individually, privately, and I am telling them what I think, my opinion, and after it depends on each one, but at the moment he's a player of the squad, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
See you.